Hi everyone, this is Rose with Goddess Love Tarot, and I have a twin flame reading today, but it's not going to be a typical twin flame reading. I am going to share with you what we're learning in the process of the twin flame journey, because I know this journey can be grueling, and I asked myself today earlier, why is the twin flame journey so dark? Or why does it feel so dark? Why does our twin flame come across sometimes as so dark? So I pulled some cards, and this is the message that I got from Spirit, so I'm going to share it with you. Maybe it'll make a little bit more sense why we're going through what we're going through on this journey and what we're learning on it and how it's helping us grow. Okay? So first of all, Spirit wants us to know that this journey is meant to make us strong, and that we have to be strong in this journey. It's not a journey for everyone, but we chose it, we volunteered for it, and now it's our responsibility to do our best to get through it. It is to give us freedom, freedom from the matrix, freedom from the limiting beliefs, freedom from societal brainwashing, that type of thing. It is teaching us a lot of lessons. It's teaching us how to spiritually grow. And it's also helping us and teaching us to teach others. And because we're leaders, we're meant to lead others. Okay, so we have to learn in order for us to understand. So we're the leaders of a specific purpose. All right, so this is what we're doing on this journey. This is how we are progressing, and what we are, and what this journey is putting us through, why we're going through what we're going through. Okay, in this journey we need to pay attention to our dreams, and the dreams are also related to the fifth dimension. So we're ascending to the fifth dimension. This journey is helping us to do that. We're healing in this journey. We're also becoming more aware of the Galactic Federation in this journey, which is something a lot of people that aren't on the journey don't really experience, or some do, but not to the extent I think we do. We are learning our purpose, removing masks, and we took a vow to this journey, all right? We made a vow to ourselves, to humanity, to our twin flame. We are learning reconciliation and how to forgive, seeing past the facade, seeing past the veil. Acceptance, learning to accept all of one another, and acceptance of ourselves. We have to learn to give our ex a chance. Okay, this is a big one here, because it's the in and out of the twin flame dynamic that this sometimes gets hard, but we're going through a lot of growth in this process. For self-worth, the need for protection, or need to not have perfection in things, and isolation, and what the isolation is actually doing for us. Okay, so I'm going to kind of speed through this because I only have a limited time on my data to hold storage. So these are why we are going through the twin flame journey, the process, and what's really happening in our transformation. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords reverse. This is, like I said before, freedom, release, and taking control, facing our fears. It's empowering us, and it's bringing us into the state of awareness. We're maturing spiritually. We're learning self-acceptance. We're learning how to access our own power, and doing this after a long struggle. This usually comes after some type of hard struggle or long struggle that we've gone through, to learn how to be confident in who we are and letting go of the past. Making our perspective clear and having a clear objective or understanding, for the fears that we have. So this is the overall purpose of the twin flame connection. Okay, so these things are happening. We're awakening a lot during this process. Okay, we have the Four of Swords reversed. So this is, again, recovering from a difficult period in time. This is helping us to get mental strength, finding mental strength in our awakening. This is helping us to get through the anxiety and understand the realizations about your life and relationships in this stress, in this anxiety that you're feeling in this relationship. You're releasing and healing yourself, okay? That is why this relationship is the way it is. It's to trigger some of these emotions. And this one is to find mental strength, all right? The Six of Swords. This is a slow healing process. It can be overwhelming. There is a lot of stormy relationships in the twin flame dynamic, but it's for a reason, okay? This is to show you that you may be having trouble sensing your spirit guides when this starts to get turbulent, okay? You're experiencing delays in your spiritual path. So when things start to get rocky in the relationship, there's a disconnect with you and your spiritual path and connecting with your spiritual teachers, okay, your guides. So when this happens, Spirit now wants to tell you, try and relax and know your abilities will progress the way they're meant to, okay? So don't take it too heart. Don't take it too personally. These things are happening for a reason. Just know that it's all a part of a greater plan for you. What you're learning now in this relationship, in this process, is leading you to a greater purpose. There's a greater plan for you. So you need to experience these things in order to get there, okay? So there's a reason you're going through all this. And you know that already. So Spirit's just kind of telling you what's changing within you. Five of Swords. Right here, Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords, the Spirit is wanting to kind of have you do some self-reflection with this card in mind. So with this card, we're finding ourselves in a lot of conflict with our partner, with other people, in your environment. So the Spirit is asking you now, what's more important to you? Mutual progression in this journey, in this growth, or being right? So are you starting fights and conflict just to prove you're right because you know you're right? You want to be right. So you want to make your point. So you're going to do it by arguing with people and trying to get your point across. Because there is a lot of unexpected change of energy within this dynamic. So the energy is going to constantly change. And it's very high. It's very intense. So if you create conflict in it, it's going to escalate. So are you really trying to grow mutually in this, or are you just wanting to be right and prove yourself to the other person, because it's going to create hostility. And that's why the hostility sometimes takes place, all right? So right here, we're learning how to kind of take control of our ego. This is what the lessons are, to learn to control our ego, to not let the ego lash out. Self-sabotaging ourselves. By creating these conflicts, being in a self-victimizing mentality, putting yourself in that victim place, and it's, to create more conflict. Having defensive behavior creates cycles of aggression, okay? So be clear with your own actions and how they affect your environment. So Spirit is telling you, this is what we're learning during this time of conflict with your twin flame. The Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is a depiction of what we're striving to be, what we're becoming in this journey. With the Queen of Swords, we look at all the facts before making a decision. We don't jump to conclusions. We're not hasty. We think, we use logic. We learn to communicate with better understanding and on an intellectual level. We don't make judgments by relying only on our emotions. Here, we are changing, we are becoming more independent. We're independently making our own judgment calls and speaking to others clearly to get our point across. We're not jumping off the gun, we're not just, being a hothead. We're actually thinking about the way we're going to proceed in things. So we're learning patience, we're learning how to speak, we're learning how to communicate. We're becoming independent and self-sufficient alongside our partner. We're no longer just relying on our partner to make the decisions for us. We're using honesty and having a constructive way to give our opinions, or take constructive criticism better. This is gaining respect from others. They are able to see you as a person with integrity and fairness. So you're gaining respect by learning how to delegate your own responses and the way you respond to people. And this is what this journey is teaching you, whether you know it or not. Okay? You're learning discernment in this journey. You're learning how to handle groups of people, other types of people. It's you're balancing your emotions, your head, what you feel to what you think. You're learning how to balance that. And this is a very, big growth for you. This is where you feel the growth happening in your life. Once you're able to experience this, where you've reached this point, we have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands here, and this is tapping into our creative expression, learning how to use our creative expression to express our own views. We're becoming more artistic. We're using our imagination more. We're learning how to create. We're learning how to use our instincts and putting our instincts to good use. Our ideas are growing, we're expanding, we're excited, we find passion. There's inspiration in this connection. And it's also helping you to tap into your sensual side, to where you can reconnect and rekindle that flame again. And this is to serve your highest, purpose for higher growth, soul growth. we're growing in our soul, we're growing in our intellectual ability, we're expanding our minds, okay? We're able to expand our minds. We're able to see things differently and creatively express it. This is what this journey is doing for us, okay? So whether you know it or not, this is all happening during this time, during the separation that you're in separation with your twin flame. These things are taking place. Even though you're not feeling it, it's going on in the background. The Five of Coins reversed. This is a positive change in your life. You know, you're recovering from losses and overcoming adversity now. You're able to overcome these adversities. You have the ability to forgive. You don't feel so overwhelmed because you know that the worst is over. You've learned that you have abilities to change your situation. You've grown, spiritually grown now. So you're not as fearful. You can make steady progress and you're opening up to people. You're sharing your ideas. You're meeting new people. You're getting past the difficult situations, you know. It's easier for you to get past those situations. You have the ability now to find outlets, and you value other people and they value you, and new opportunities are opening up. You're opening yourself up, okay? You're able to get past a lot of the things that have kept you down, that have kept you stuck, that have held you back. The Four of Pentacles, here, this is telling us that sometimes, even though we're making this progression in our twin flame journey, we may be holding on to old negative feelings, and we need to release the old baggage. Because even though we're making progress, if we're not able to let go of these things, it's going to start holding us back again. You're closing off opportunities by holding on to old habits and being attached to the material things in life. You're focusing too much on the materialism. You need to shed the old skin. This is a shedding of the old you. This journey is shedding the old you. Okay, you're shedding your skin. You're letting go of people and possessions. Okay. You're starting to share and give to others. This is just reminding us that we need to release toxic people and find healthier people, healthier outlets. Maybe some of you or some of us are still reckless in our behavior, and this is also saying this is why we get stuck in this twin flame runner-chaser dynamic, because there's things that we still need to work on. These are the things that are holding us from being in union. But here also, we're not controlling our environment anymore. We've learned that we can't control other people and the things around us. We can't always control things, and when you get to this point, you're going to progress again. You will level up, okay? You will level up, and you will be able to let go of control. And this is one of the lessons that you're learning on this journey. You can learn to let go of these things and move on in a positive way now. So this is the lessons. These are what is happening within us as we go through this twin flame relationship and journey, okay? This is what your twin flame is doing for you. So don't be so angry at your twin flame, because they may not know it. They may just be being a real asshole, but they're actually helping you, and without even really knowing it, and you're helping them. So I got these ones. Strength here. So you may have everything you need in order to find success, except for belief in yourself. So with the reverse strength here, it's telling you to stop second guessing yourself, because this is also keeping you stuck in this dynamic of the runner chaser, all those painful memories and hurt. You need to have more confidence. Don't question yourself. Learn to trust your instincts, okay? um because if you feel insecure, if you begin to smother your partner or other people, um you are lacking your progress. There's a lack in progress here, a lack of growth. So don't be so needy, all right? You're going to have to let go of that neediness. I know sometimes it's hard, but this is why you're being stuck in the same over and over repetitive behavior patterns. You need to release that fear, okay? Don't take your emotions overboard, though, okay? This the queen of I'm sorry, the empress here, this is a codependency. You're If we're stuck in a dynamic of that we can't get past on the twin flame journey, it's because we are codependent, and this is another lesson that our partner, our twin flame, is trying to teach us to grow from. So don't try to control things. You can't control things. Don't smother someone because of your own insecurities. um, you have to take, pride in your own abilities. You have to apply your own abilities. You can't depend on someone else to take care of you, and you may be stuck in that mode. And this is what's scaring them away, that you are depending on them to take care of you. You need to be self-sufficient. And this is what we're learning, like I said in the beginning. Um, you know, Showering somebody with too much affection. Sometimes when you give too much, it's a turnoff to people, and I don't know why. But yeah, you give too much and then you don't get back. So boundaries. We're learning boundaries here. You need to set boundaries in place. This is where we went back to the beginning. Have boundaries, okay? Then lastly, what I need to share with you is the Eight of Cups in reverse. Um, hmm. So the Eight of Cups. Okay. Not having a clear goal, okay, and fear of change. So if we are fearing change, it's going to keep us stuck. It's going to keep us going back into this dynamic. So you have to learn to let go and be okay by yourself. Being afraid of both change and losing something that gives you comfort, that is going to keep us stuck. These are things that we're learning to get past. You know, not me. Some people may not be making the necessary sacrifices that are necessary in order to change what they want to change. And you must have courage. Okay? Refusal to let go of something that no longer serving you, that is no longer serving you, is going to keep you going back and repeating these same patterns and same behavior and same lessons until you get it. So Spirit is trying to tell you now, have a goal in mind. Be about learning and bettering yourself. Not to worry so much about the other person, but to take pride in your own abilities, to learn how to use your own abilities. Because you have a purpose. There's something bigger for you. There's a plan for you. And this plan can be developed with your twin flame when you can learn to be self-sufficient, when you can learn to be happy with yourself, when you don't need others to take care of you. These are all things that this twin flame journey is teaching you, okay? Teaching us. because something for a long time has stopped you from, or stopped from bringing joy into your life. Something has stopped this pleasure and joy coming into your life. And this is your fear of change, okay? Fear of being alone, fear of not having someone there to take care of you. This is a fear of not being able to take care of yourself and not knowing what the future holds. But you don't need to know what the future holds, because you know you're protected, you know you can manifest, you know you have these great abilities, you know that you've gotten so much insight, so you don't need to be afraid anymore. And this is what this journey has taught, or will teach you, will help you do. This is a progression of our soul, of our knowledge, of our strength. So although this journey seems really hard at times, you're growing in so many ways to help you become a stronger and more independent and more self-sufficient person. And when you can reunite with your twin, if you ever do, and you may not need to, you may realize that you're better off apart, but that is going to happen in its own time. Those feelings will come when they're meant to come, when you've grown, when you've learned. Right now, whatever stage you're at, this is what you can look forward to, at least in the future. You have something to look forward to, okay? Either a beautiful union or independence, to be a strong and vital person and make a difference and have a purpose. These are to help you grow. This is nothing but healthy for you. And although you have to remove the toxins and the toxic people and get away from the things that don't serve you, that you're holding on to, once you're able to get past that, there's so much more for you out there. And you're eliminating the fear of what's holding you back. So this is the purpose of the journey. This is why we're going through it. This is what we're learning. This is what is changing with us. And I hope that this gave you a little bit more insight on what this journey is about and why things are happening and what is actually happening within us. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel again. I've lost my other channel. So not that I had a lot of subscribers, but I would love to have you as a subscriber and join me as I do more of these videos, because I think being able to see clearly about what we're involved in and what's really going on is really going to help us progress. So again, this is Rose. God is love. I'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.